So people ask me, what is hormone therapy and why should I do it? Well, and when? Well, that's real simple. We all have hormones, as I've explained before. Our hormones are our wireless system. It's how our organ systems communicate with each other. We make our finger move through a hardwired switchboard, if you will, from our brain to our extremities. But our hormones are our wireless communication system. And so as they start declining as young as age 30, and we lose 1 to 3% of our hormones yearly. 20 years ago, I didn't see 30-year-old patients. I saw people that were in their early to mid 50s. And each 5 years, each decade, that has declined, where I now have dozens of men and women in their 30s. Why is that? Well, we're bombarded constantly by microplastics, by, unfortunately, herbicides and glyphosate compounds in our foods, which are literally poisons. And I really believe that our food is poisoning us. And if you're not eating organic and taking measures to keep chemical compounds out of your life, not eating refined foods that are heavily laden with preservatives, they're extremely negative and they have impacted our endocrine system dramatically. And for sure, I see younger men now in their 30s that I never used to see. And it's almost at epidemic proportions, in my opinion. So our masculinity for men is definitely under a chemical bombardment, if you will, from all the things that we come in contact with every day, from microplastics to BPA compounds and plastic water bottles. And so there's the question, as we see in the media, more and more attention. Oh, it could be low testosterone. I think people are more interested in being and looking for a solution. This movement of anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I've been part of for 22 and a half years now was never heard of before. And so now there are podcasts. Joe Rogan is nationally known for addressing this topic. Myself and my podcast on YouTube, just type in our name and we address many different topics. But the common denominator is people are starting to suffer because they see changes in the way they feel. It may just be energy levels, may be sexual function, may be mood. And so there's just an increasing interest in saying, all right, is this what's going on? Why do I feel this way? And, if I'm the CEO of my body and my corporation, it's one thing to be successful in business and to be the best we can in our personal relationships and our marriages. It is a big deal on how we perform every day if we are losing our hormones and we can't sleep and we're not rested. And so our growth hormone levels are off, our cortisol levels are high. So I really think it's almost anyone. I do have a few patients in their late 20s for one reason or another that have issues that they need help with. It's generally more limited in our earlier years, and certainly ladies years before menopause. Testosterone, progesterone, DHEA, growth hormone, those levels can be off a lot until you fall off the cliff. Well, what does that mean? Well, when you go through menopause, when estradiol drops to zero, we know that that's not a fun time in a woman's life. And unfortunately, there are a number of changes that happened years before that most providers are not equipped to adequately handle. That you may have heard, well, your labs look good. I really don't have an explanation, or you're just getting a little old. Well, I can tell you that those are not meant in a derogatory way, but it's unfortunately sometimes a reality. And so you want to seek out someone that's skilled in helping to address those small changes that can be made to help restore your vitality and a regular monitoring program of your blood work to assure that we're really doing everything that can possibly be addressed. The common symptoms that I see vary by sex. Men come in when they start having erectile issues, energy levels. They're not seeing good results at the gym. They're sore longer, their recovery time's longer. They're gaining weight in spite of their efforts. They can't seem to build muscle mass in relation to their workouts like they used to. And so that would be common things we see with men. With women, it can be the same, but it also more, since ladies are more in touch with feelings and emotions. Us guys are often clueless. But so mood, depressive symptoms, we've gone in to talk to someone. Yeah, here's a prescription for vitamin P, Prozac. Well, that's not, that is an exaggeration, but unfortunately we see women treated a lot with antidepressants when they need their hormone levels checked. And you could have low progesterone, low DHEA, a common hormone that can be purchased over the counter that affects mood significantly. And then testosterone. With low testosterone in younger women, it affects energy levels, muscle mass, obviously libido and sexual function and body composition, muscle metabolism, glucose metabolism, fat metabolism, cholesterol metabolism. And so there are a lot of small things that affect you daily that you may not realize are from hormone levels. So my answer to this is always get it checked, get it checked and talk to someone. Seek out a provider in your area that's skilled in anti-aging or regenerative medicine or hormone therapy. And if you don't get the answers that you think you deserve, keep looking. You can click on the link at the bottom of this page and schedule a consultation. I do telemedicine visits with people all over the world. And so, it's certainly something that I'm happy to share my opinion. You may or may not need treatment. It may be other things. We see small changes in thyroid that start occurring after 30 that often does get overlooked, something called subclinical hypothyroidism, or the circulating active free T3 free thyroid hormone levels can be suboptimal long before the big flags of TSH and thyroid stimulating hormone are elevated. And so, everyone's different. And so I would just say, don't take no for an answer. If you need to dig a little deeper, do some research. We have a lot of information on our website that can help you in guiding that as well. And or just give us a call. We'd be happy to talk to you.